Stronger. All right, welcome. Whether watching now or on the replay, you might want to consider grab a pen and a paper. I'm going to share with you a couple of key things that you can use immediately, and it's not going to be a very long. It's going to be direct and to the point. Not going to be very long and fluffy video. Just going to give you what you need, right, to be fitter, to be leaner, and to be stronger. Isn't that probably something most of us want, right? So consider that. So consider grabbing a pen and a paper. I'm going to share with you a couple things so that you can start immediately taking action towards being fitter, being stronger, and being leaner. Right. Okay. So the first thing is to consider, and before I get rolling too hard here, I am, if you're interested, and you may or may not be in it, either way is okay, but I'm taking complimentary 20-minute calls right now for anyone that hasn't had a call with me yet. If you're interested in answering some of your questions that you may have around health and fitness, all you have to do is text the word fit to the phone number on the side, either one of those sides, or you can go to fit.fitness and fill out the form if you want to be. If you're really motivated and you want to share with me some of your history, I'd love to hear about it. But you can do that at fit.fitness, or you can just text me right to my phone. The number's on the screen. It's windy outside. Okay, so the next thing is, first thing I want you to consider to be fitter, leaner, and stronger is to have a clear, specific goal. Right. So I'm going to do a little goal setting exercise with you right now, and you can take notes on your paper. If you could wave a realistic magic wand and you could have your body and your health and your energy any kind of way you wanted it to be between now and the next 6 months to a year, what would that be? And it's not just to be fitter, leaner, stronger. It's going to be more like a specific weight. I want to weigh this much. I want to wear this size of clothes. It's going to be very clear and specific. So if you're open to it, please go ahead and write that down. Take a moment, grab that pen and paper, and just write down that goal so you don't forget it. Right now, in the moment, taking action, there is power in action when you towards your fitness goals. If you take action, there's power in that. So writing down that goal is very powerful for you if you haven't done that. So please consider doing that. Write down the goal. Okay, now that you have your goal, if you're doing this exercise, be very clear and specific. Now, mentally, a lot of health and fitness is very mental. You can see on the screen, there's 5 things. The mind's at the top. So much of this is mental. So I'm going to share with you a little goal setting exercise you can do every day. And if you're taking notes, you can write this down because it might take a couple times to remember. But right above your goal, I am happy and grateful now that I am, and then state your goal, right? So that's very powerful. What that does, that's very powerful mentally. What that does is that puts you in the state that you are happy and grateful now that you are that goal right now. Does that make sense? I mean, it's kind of like, whoa, once you really think about it, but it helps a lot of athletes. I've used it in bodybuilding. I've used it in fitness. I've used it helping other people. That mental edge, that's what's going to give you the edge to be fitter, leaner, and stronger. And that's what brought you to this video, because you want those 3 things. Being clear and specific on your goal, right? Being clear. Now, if you're on, I'm on several different social medias right now. If you're leaving a message in the comments, I can't see it live, but I will go back and check all the video, all the runs, and check for comments. So please say hello. Let us know where you're coming from. I'm coming at you from my home in Tucson, Arizona. I'd love to find out where you're coming from in your community. So that's the number 1 thing, is to be clear and specific on your goals. So that's the first thing we've established, that if you are fitness motivated and you want to improve your health and fitness, you're going to write down your goal, and you're going to write it down in the present tense. I'm happy and grateful now that I am, and then you state your goal. All right. Now, what's the next thing you do? Well, consider following the 5 fundamentals of fitness, and they're right there on the screen. You can screenshot it. These are the fundamentals. Excuse me. One of my mentors said once that it's not like in any major area of life, there's only about really a half a dozen things that makes a big difference, right? Now with fitness, I feel like there are only about 5 major things. Now there's areas within these areas, of course, but these are the 5. Like if you were going to a university and you were going to take 5 different classes, these would be the 5 different classes, right? Exercising, nutrition, recovery, supplementation, and mindset. And they integrate. I mean, some people say, oh, nutrition is 90% of everything. Well, it's very integrative. Everything is works together, okay, to really have an optimized everything. And I sometimes suggest to measure yourself on a scale from 1 to 10. How am I doing? Exercising from 1 to 10. How are you doing in that area? Most likely that's an area where you can make a progress in, right? Nutrition. How are you doing with nutrition from 1 to 10? How are you doing with that? Some documentaries to consider watching on nutrition: The Game Changers, Forks Over Knives, and Dominion. After you watch all 3 of those documentaries, I'd love to get your feedback on it and see what you think about that. Recovery: sleeping approximately 7.5 to 9 hours sleep a night. I've had the honor and privilege to be working with several neurologists, or 3 different neurologists over the past few years, and they have all said in their sleep studies that they recommend 7.5 to 9 hours sleep a night. That's what they recommend for that. So that's what I encourage myself and everyone else to go for, right? Then not last, supplementation. I basically break supplements into 2 different categories. There are nutritional supplements and there are enhancement performance supplements. A nutritional supplement is like a plant-based protein shake. I drink at least 2 a day. An enhancement performance supplement is like a creatine. If you're trying to boost your strength, then you can use a product called creatine. It's an enhancement, and I'm not saying to take it or not to take it. I'm just giving you an example of what an enhancement performance supplement is and what a nutritional supplement is. Nutritional supplements fill in the gap in your nutrition plan. Enhancement supplements enhance your strength. That makes sense? Last but not least is the mindset, and that is really, really powerful. Imagine for a moment, and I'll leave you with this, that you're in the ocean and you're swimming in the ocean. Have you ever been in the ocean? If you have, you know that the ocean can pull you in a certain direction. A lot of times you start off right in one area and it'll drag you down the beach, and then you have to get out and kind of come back around that undercurrent, right? Now imagine your fitness goals and you're swimming in the ocean, and you're heading towards your goals. You're heading towards your goals. You're swimming towards your goals, but that undercurrent, it's pulling against you. That's life. It's going to try to pull you away from your goal. It's going to be pulling you away as you're striving towards your goal. Now, your mindset, the mind, that's what's going to keep you in the game and keep you taking actions, because we still must take action to see progress. It's not just in the mindset. We have to exercise. We must eat healthy. We must get our rest. So, but the mindset, that's what's going to keep you consistent. That's the thing. The consistency in the game. So your mindset, just remember that. That's what's going to make you or break you. Put it to work for you. I wrote down there's a thing, I'll bring it to you next time, but I think I can remember most of it, that our mind, our body does not have veto power over our mind, but our mind has veto power over our body. We can say, oh, I'm not going to eat that sugar thing. Or we can say, I'm going to get my hours worth of exercise in right now, and we can do it. Our mind is in control. And keep that in remembrance. And that's why coaching is so important. I basically have, I'm going to leave you with this. I have a couple different ways I coach people. One is a fantastic way. It's one-on-one. I meet with you one-on-one every week. It costs a little bit more, but it's one-on-one coaching, right? I meet with you one-on-one for about a half hour on the phone. Then you can text me unlimited amounts throughout the week as you have questions, if you need support. But we have that weekly appointment together. And then I have an online version of support. I feel like I can guarantee almost anybody 30 pounds in 16 weeks. And it's not a one-on-one. It is one-on-one, but we're not setting appointments every week. But you do have access to me through texting and messaging, unlimited on that program. So if you're interested in either one of those programs, and there are different cost ranges. The one that has no weekly appointments but has unlimited messaging is much more cost effective. So it depends on what you're looking for. So consider, if you're interested in getting, that's what will help your mind. Imagine if we work together for 16 weeks or longer, and every week you have me working on your mindset. See, that fitness energy, talk about that big fitness energy is going to be rubbing off on you. And that's, we're going to be helping each other. You're coaching with me and I'm coaching you. That energy, we're going to have some good energy and it's going to build from that. So that's something to consider. My phone number is somewhere on I never know which way it is on the screen, but you see it. It's on the blue tab. Text me, call me, send me a smoke signal. Let's connect. If I can be of any service to you, appreciate your time and your energy. Bye for now, and see you next time.